to a transitional,
good word for
very
it.
exciting seasonal change episode of Dinner Plus Drinks.
I was feeling conflicted, like it's the day after Halloween when this comes out, but it's also November.
It's November.
I know.
And the weather's gotten cold, although it's looking good for a holiday wine tasting.
Sure is. It's like in the 50s. It's toasty
great,
this time of year.
Looking great. Very excited
Although
about
today
that.
I'm freezing and in a turtleneck.
we have the fireplace going upstairs. Hopefully that gets us a little warm.
I mean, it's just
here.
cold. This like transitional season, I have a really hard time adjusting my body. It's like 35 is freezing, and I'm like, oh no, Bridget, it's about to get way
35
worse.
is tough. You know, when you were a kid, it's a lot easier. Now that you're 35,
Now that I'm old,
35 is a lot harder.
Oh Jesus!
How's your week going, Bridget?
I gotta be honest. We've been pretty upbeat on this, which I'm sure you guys love, but it's been like a little bit of a hard 2020 week again this week. So
Yep.
The weight of the world is what I'm saying. So like,
What are you feeling?
Well, the election is on.
Oh, is it?
Is upcoming on Tuesday. So as you see me anxiously scratching my neck, I'm anxious about it. So for a million reasons, but like, yeah, I just feel anxious. This week feels heavy again.
I'm very anxious too. I'm anxious about what people are going to do to each other, how people are going to treat each other. Like, are people going to be cool? Are people going to gloat? Are people going to be at the polls with guns in the name of poll watching to make sure the Russians don't hack things?
You know, I have to say, because like you and I could very easily go deep down a negative spiral here. I have a vote mask that Kevin and Maureen gave me. Thanks, Kevin and Maureen. And I love wearing it out in public. Mostly, sometimes I go into the store and I get a little nervous. I'm like, who's going to fight me about this today? But I went on the day of recording, brought you a pastry, stopped in, got some pastry and coffee before work, and I had my mask on. And this woman like cheered for me. It was the most uplifting. She's like, vote, vote, vote. I just voted. And I was like, yeah, man, I voted yesterday.
Did you show her your necklace?
I didn't. It was under many layers. I know, but so it was cute and fun and whatever. So that lady, thank you. Woman, you made my morning.
I'm getting weighed down by the COVID stuff again, too.
Yes.
It's just...
Yeah, I just had to cancel plans, like, because I'm responsible.
we're going to get... I just, like, again, I hate to be doom and gloom, but...
Yeah.
I was asked yesterday, do you think we're going to have a shutdown? I'm like, I don't think so. And now I'm like, we have to.
Yeah,
because the way cases are surging
that's where our president is.
People are just...
Yeah, it's a mess again. Nick and I were just talking before this, like, yeah, I just had to cancel plans of people that were in my bubble that now I'm like, man, I don't know. It's not the right thing to do. And we're back in like 1 degree of separation. Like I know a person who had it. I know a person's person who had it. Oh, it's, so it's suddenly, everything's just getting heavy again.
And for me, what the worst part is, and this is why I think leadership at the top matters, and I'll stop there. There are no sensible, clearly communicated, uniform guidelines on how COVID is handled for businesses, for people, for government. We've been told that if someone tests positive, they can come back to work 10 days after symptom onset, even if they're still symptomatic.
Which seems
through.
Ridiculous.
But if someone that was exposed to that person then goes and gets a test, the test comes back negative, so they do not have COVID. They still have to wait 14 days from the day that they were in contact with that person to come back and do anything. They should be quarantined. Now, I ask you, Department of Public Health, do you really think that person's going to sit in their butt for 2 weeks and do nothing? You really think that?
The person who may or may not
doesn't have
have
COVID, who you told doesn't have COVID. You guys are not helping yourselves. You had one job. You've had years to prepare for this. I know there's some political circumstances, but I'm like honestly there's some things where in America we don't want the government to do stuff because we don't trust them. I'm like, but also government does things differently. You guys really screwed yourselves with this one. Like
I do. I mean, I am not a business owner, but I
issue a very damning indictment of our public health system.
It's been a mess.
Yep.
No one knows what's going on.
And I understand it's tough with the leadership at the top trying to push things and, and science changes, but you guys screwed up.
And same thing, though, if it's not being enforced, like I was saying in Walworth County where we live, it is a joke. People are not enforcing masks.
Yeah.
The 2 places I have been that it has been enforced, Bruno's Liquor, so good job, guys, and Goodwill. Goodwill did the best job enforcing masks in probably 45 minutes, 3 or 4 times. Goodwill employees who, by and large, have special needs. have told people, oh, you got to pull your mask over. Oh, sorry, you need to put your mask over your nose. Put a mask on. I'm like, if Goodwill employees can do it, everyone can do it.
But evidently the Lower County sheriffs can't, because our sheriff came out and said that he has better things to do than enforce the mask ordinance.
So
we're
moving on now. Because we could spend a whole episode on this.
But with the seasonal transition, we're getting close to Bridget's favorite thing ever.
Okay, here's what
Elliot's birthday.
Okay, that's not till March. We have discussed as a company, as friends, I think the holidays are going to be where it's at this year. Like,
heck yeah.
Okay, you can only really hang out with your family anyway right now, so like embrace that and go full on joy of the holidays, right?
Give them a hug, but 6 feet apart in case they get exposed. You're not exposed.
So I think we've mentioned it on here, right?
Did you know
I'm excited about?
You're in the same house as someone that tests positive and sleep overnight, even if you're 5,000 feet apart, you still have to quarantine.
So anyway, back to the holidays, guys. I think we mentioned. Did we mention the very exciting event that we're doing?
Chris Kindlemarkt?
Chris Kindlemarkt. So we are doing Lake Geneva's very first. Interestingly enough, I've now seen maybe 3 or 4 pop up, which is great.
What
the more the merrier.
People follow.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. So anyway, we're doing a really awesome one. And to me, I go every year to the ones that are now canceled in Chicago and Milwaukee. But a big staple part that makes a Chris Kindlemarkt different than just like a craft fair is this delicious glue wine.
So can we talk about how it's pronounced? Is it glue wine?
I know, because you don't want to say glue wine.
Right? There's an umlaut over the U. I'm not really sure. Maybe Brittany? Is that one of the languages she speaks?
No, it's not.
Darn it.
So someone that speaks German better than us, can you tell us?
Let us know.
Gluch? I feel like it's probably Gluch wine.
So it's red wine with spices, and it's quite honestly nauseating me.
Hot spiced red wine, a popular drink in Germany on cold winter days. Serve it hot. So ours is lukewarm at this point, but that's what usually happens anyway when you're at Chris Kindlemarkt, is it gets lukewarm because it's cold out.
It's not as bad as I thought it'd be.
Have you never had it?
No.
What? I don't know why I'm surprised by that. It's terrible wine. So I shouldn't say that either. It's just like not Nick level wine. It's really a lovely warm drink to have for the holiday.
It's going to make me throw up.
Yeah. I mean, it needs to be hotter. So
like all of this like aroma coming. I mean, it's very aromatic.
Very festive. So I will
the nutmeg, ginger, cinnamon spice thing coming off of it. I'm like, it's a little aggressive.
Right before we hit record, he brought these mugs down nice and warm. And I said, oh, even that smell reminds me of Chris Kindlemarkt. So it's what it's for. We're going to have it at our Chris Kindlemarkt with
fine.
Collector's mugs that I am
oh man,
so excited about.
Be so cool.
They're so exciting, you guys. Maybe I'm selling them up a little too much, but I'm really pumped about them. I added a last minute touch to the design that really made it top notch.
I don't even know if I've seen the last minute.
I don't know if you have either, and it really made it better.
I'm very excited.
So drink this when you come to Chris Kindlemarkt at Lake Geneva Country Meats on December 12th. But other than that, maybe don't.
Maybe don't, but it's very exciting. So you probably will see us have some water or something.
Even the bottle is festive.
The bottle is very festive. I like it. And it's a liter bottle, so
it makes me happy.
You get 33% more per bottle. So that's a great sell pitch right there.
Okay, moving on.
What'd
you eat this week?
That
didn't sound good.
Speaking of things that are hard to pronounce, I did beef stew for the fam.
Yeah.
And it's a nice, easy, slow cooker meal.
That doesn't sound hard to pronounce.
And I put a little twist in it, though. So when we did the turkey gravy recipe, I put a dash of soy sauce in there. Just a little...
all the salt.
Umami flavor booster. In the stew, I put a nice heaping helping of doenjang. I believe is how you pronounce it. Doenjang. It's a Korean soybean paste, which I know that sounds terrible.
But it's not.
It is like... some people say use anchovies as an umami bomb. Like tomato paste is a good one. Soy sauce. But this doenjang. I think it's doenjang. I checked out a YouTube video. I'm pretty sure that's what she said. She said it very fast, so I'm not sure.
Okay.
But
A for effort.
It was so good. It made that gravy, the sauce, the broth, whatever, so savory and delicious.
That does sound delicious.
This is
Wait, so did you just do like regular beef stew recipe and just put that
just whisked it into the, I poured the broth in, just kind of whisked that in there, let it cook like that. It was great. Okay. It was super easy addition, but...
There's no pocket here. It really threw me off. Sorry. Really threw me off. No pocket on the front of my pants, everybody.
How about you? What chicken was good this week?
Oh, no chicken.
No chicken?
Different poultry. Different bird. I had our friends at Simple changed their menu.
Guys,
it is
if
fall.
you're local, this is the menu you want.
It is. And I feel like it's fleeting, man. Just like fall. So it's only here for a moment. But they have a seasonal. They have
Don't eat hash every day.
They have a breakfast hash every season, but the fall one is the best by far. I don't know. Actually, their spring one this year was really good. But the fall one has this like browned butter, and it has Brussels sprouts, which I love, and sweet potatoes and eggs. And so, you feel like you're healthy, even though it's like enough to serve 4 meals. That's the next best part is I always have lunch.
Yep.
Today I had it for breakfast, my leftovers, but I also had it whatever day I was there when it was fresh. So the turkey hash, what's it called? Simple turkey hash, I think. On the fall menu at Simple is where it's at, and the best thing I ate this week.
So that's some pretty big local news, but
Local news.
looking at some broader news stories, Bridget, I'm actually going to go first because mine is about turkeys. Also,
because we were just eating turkey.
We're eating the turkeys. And I saw this article at the New York Times. We do a lot of research about all the things that's going to happen with Thanksgiving, holidays, how much meat should we order, how many turkeys do we need? And it's an article about all of the angst the turkey farmers and the turkey producers and the butterballs of the world are having about
the GNOs.
How many turkeys do we need for Thanksgiving?
Because 2020 is the year of angst.
Yeah. And so it's really interesting. It's actually extraordinarily difficult to get turkeys this year. Very short supply because
I'm learning that.
Yeah, because of just general uncertainty. But their research indicated a lot of people are going to break one Thanksgiving into multiple Thanksgiving, each with turkeys. So that also means people are going to be needing more turkeys overall.
More smaller.
Yep.
Turkeys.
And we've actually seen that so far. So I thought that was really interesting. It was good kind of research and reporting. Thank you, New York Times.
Thank you, New York Times.
Doing that. We appreciate that. You're the best.
Yeah. My article and news story has nothing to do with breaking news. You will not see it on the news, which is the best part about it. It is how I'm ignoring reality, which is my favorite thing to do when things get difficult. A friend of mine started sharing things on her Facebook page. Actually, she was my college roommate. So she started sharing articles from mymodernmet.com, and they're beautiful. So this one is titled Visually Satisfying Project Shares the Color Palettes of Iconic Film Scenes.
I've seen this.
This is boring. This. Yeah, but I thought you would really like it. And yeah, I had this one honestly on, I don't know, it was supposed to be talked about a couple weeks ago. This article is old, but it must be being reshared because everyone needs a little break from reality right now. So if you're into color palettes at all and great color matching and really awesome artistic things like this, check out the article. We'll put it in the show notes. So it takes like Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, and it takes this like very gut-wrenching looking scene and then picks out all of the perfect PMS colors from it. So I love it because I'm a nerd like that. It's great. Cousin Jessica, I know you're going to love this. Check out the link in the show notes.
I have a friend that has an MFA in film, and she actually shares those on her Insta stories a lot.
It's so interesting.
Yeah, I love it.
I have since now, Facebook knows that I clicked on that article, so now I'm seeing it all the time, which is great because they're all like beautiful, beautiful articles. So there you go.
Hey, Bridget, do you know how you tell the difference between a girl ghost and a boy ghost?
No.
Boy ghost has a Halloweenie.
Oh, I feel like Elliot's going to repeat that joke. Whatever. Okay, guys, we're taking a break. Okay, we're back.
Did you miss us?
Did you? You should have. This is one of my favorite parts I've mentioned. We're here with product recommendations, but since it's November now, I'd like to think some people are starting holiday shopping, or those of you that are done, great job.
I hear our friend Mike Mason is already all done.
I'm trying to help him find a very specific thing right now, actually. So working on it, Mike. I didn't forget about it. So if you are looking for just like really unique, interesting gifts, Nick and I are going to help you out with our product recommendation section for the upcoming holiday season is going to be more of a gift guide, if you will. So we're going to recommend things that we think might make a really great gift, or maybe things that we're buying. And, sometimes my sisters listen to this, so I won't mention things I'm buying for them, but we're going to mention some small businesses, some bigger businesses, however you choose to support things. My gift or my product recommendation today is a gift that I will be buying and is a company that actually I have multiple things picked out for and I just can't pick. But it's a company called Buffalo 716. That's their Instagram handle, and that is where I do all my shopping from, is their Instagram page. But they have just really snarky, hilarious, it's just dishware. So mugs and plates and hilarious things. But for example, there's a mug. In a world full of Kardashians, be literally anyone else. Things like this. So there's a tray where you can put your keys that says wallet, keys, glasses, don't cry today. Silly things. They make me laugh. They're everyday items that you would use, coffee mugs, little trinket tray, etc. But they have really hilarious, kitschy sayings. So check out Buffalo 716 for some really fun, cute little gifts for almost anyone in your life.
All right. So my gift thing is going to be based on what I said was the best thing I ate. I actually learned this trick from our friend Chef Young at Simple. He's Korean and he does a great job with Korean food and has helped me learn a little bit more, some of the ingredients, and actually picked a lot of this up for me and said, here, try these things, have fun with it, go ahead. So I thought that was really great of him. So I'm going to share some recommendations on. I love Korean food. I love cooking with Korean flavors. I think it's a great combination. First of all, I think they've been holding out on us for a long time. But it's this perfect combination of savory, sweet, and spicy that everybody can enjoy. It's fresh. It's great flavors. So if you want to stock your pantry, get some doenjang, get some gochujang, get some rice wine. Definitely need rice wine. And then the thing that he got me that's actually been awesome in a lot of cooking and a really unique, lovely ingredient is rice syrup.
Oh.
For sweetening instead of honey or sugar or things like that.
Interesting. I've never even heard of it.
It brings a balance to a lot of dishes and a unique flavor. And I was really, really happy with that.
Nice.
So he's I know you're going to laugh at me in this one, but this is definitely... So I'll put links to all of those that you can get from Amazon. Easy enough to get now. If you can go to an Asian grocery store, you'll find them. But that's if you have somebody that likes cooking, wants to get something new, get them kind of a little starter kit, and they'll be able to go crazy.
I love a good kit as a gift. So food kits, always a good idea. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Right back. Again.
We're back.
And it is time for Interesting Questions with Bridget and Nick. And
wow. It's my turn.
Bridget's turn.
I'm going to give you a choice because we're at this weird transitional time. Yep. So we didn't even discuss this and you set it up perfectly. Do we want spooky Halloween, would you rathers, or going into November Thanksgiving?
Let's do spooky Halloween, would you rathers.
Excellent. That was my first gut as well. All right. These are kind of funny because if you don't believe in ghosts, maybe some of these things aren't scary at all.
And remember, girl ghosts have boobs.
Oh, 2 dad jokes? Did you just make that one up?
Halloweenies.
And
boobs.
Okay, I hope your children aren't listening to this because they're going to repeat that. But if they are, thanks. Hi, children. Okay.
Hello, children.
Nick.
Yeah.
Would you rather meet a vampire or meet a werewolf? And you need to tell me why.
Ooh, that's a great question.
I know.
Is it like Bella Swan because she's hot?
No, it's not. Although I assume you're referring to one of the Twilight people.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm. I don't watch those things or read those books. Brittany and Mom. This is a thinker, huh?
They both would be interested in killing me, right?
Well, yeah. Do you want me to answer? Would this be helpful to you?
I think I'm going to go with the werewolf because they're not going to be always interested in killing me. And Remus Lupin was a werewolf. And perhaps we could become friends like the Marauders and Remus. And it seemed to work out okay. Okay. I'll go with werewolf. Maybe it's Remus Lupin.
It could be.
That's a Harry Potter
real.
reference for everybody.
For everybody that doesn't watch or read Harry Potter. So I think I would go with vampire because my only logic is a vampire is a human body, right?
Yeah,
a werewolf is an animal. So
Well,
I feel like I could try and
werewolves are
I know,
human for
but
most
like,
of the time.
can you have a conversation with a werewolf when it's a werewolf?
Yeah. They still theoretically understand stuff.
I don't know, because none of this is real. So werewolf, animal, vampire, human being that I can talk to. So
What
I'm
if
going to
it's a bat?
reason with it. Bats really creep me out.
Yeah. So there you go. It's
So,
gonna turn
okay,
the bat
great.
really creep you out.
I'm glad we didn't answer that at all. You did. Okay. Would you rather get a surprise visit from Frankenstein's monster
Ooh.
or a surprise visit from the Headless Horseman?
Oh, Frankenstein's monster. He's friendly.
I agree. Okay.
Yeah, like the Headless Horseman.
Oh, yeah, he is. He's just like a little goofy.
Yeah. Frankenstein's monster. Also,
Wait, is the monster? I don't actually know.
Yeah, the monster was, just like a unwitting creature,
And the Headless Horseman is creepy.
Yeah, the Frankenstein's monster. That's easy.
But also harmless, right?
Yeah, and also like
Okay.
you can run away.
From Frankenstein's monster?
Yeah.
But not the horse?
Yeah,
Horses are fast.
very fast.
Okay. Would you rather walk through a graveyard at midnight on Halloween with the blue moon
Ooh.
or spend a night in a spooky abandoned old house?
Walk through the graveyard.
Yeah.
I wouldn't sleep at all. I'd be freaked out the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do the graveyard walk.
I think I could too. I don't know. I'm old and get scared easily now. But
Yeah, so that house would just scare the crap out of you.
I would be scared that there'd be like mice or bats, for example. Okay,
Spiders.
one more.
One more.
And I have to put some direction here. Would you rather go to a real haunted house or watch a horror movie marathon where you can't pause and you have to sit and watch it? Like you can't I'm watching a movie because I'm going to walk away. That does not count. Yeah, this is a toughie. I don't know how to answer it.
I don't like being scared.
I know. We've discussed I used to go to haunted houses and watch scary movies for fun, and now I don't think you could pay me to go to a haunted house.
I think haunted house. I would
Because it's
just
over
choose-
quicker?
Yeah, and I wouldn't choose like the scariest of them. Like not the one in
don't know,
Tennessee
man.
where you have to like sign the waiver that they can cut your fingers
Yeah,
off.
that if you accidentally get a finger sawed off. I think I might still pick the movies because haunted houses, it's so much startling. And what if you pee your pants? You're out in public. It's
not,
at least if you get scared at a movie.
Wear an adult diaper.
Oh, okay. Haunted house with adult diaper. Problem solved.
There you go.
That was a great segment.
That was great. Okay, speaking of great segments, Bridget, how did your fantasy team
It's
go
getting worse.
this week? It's getting
just
worse. You
getting
started so
worse.
well.
I know. I don't remember who I lost against even. I've just lost control of it, you guys. I don't know what to do anymore. Elliot asks me every week. I feel so much pressure to perform for him.
Oh my gosh, Elliot's disappointed in you.
Yeah, you guys, and it's not looking good for this week. And I'm playing Tyler. I'm playing my husband.
Do you guys have some sort of fun bet on the side
Well,
with this?
he texted me on Wednesday and was like, just because I want to beat you fair and square, you might want to go look at your roster. And I'm like, I know, bro. I don't change it until Thursday morning because, some team might get COVID that day. So I don't change it till the last minute. But it's not looking great. I was once only a person with one loss, and I am now 3 losses in. Very
It's not
sad.
good. Not
Very
good.
sad. I'm really grateful that I have to be accountable here on this podcast. So thanks, everybody.
I hope you beat Tyler.
Yeah, I know. Dang it. Whatever.
He doesn't deserve that
I'll
joy of winning in his life.
I don't know. I don't even know who played last night. To be honest, whatever.
Got to be careful with how you word that too, because it's like the old rhetorical trick of when did you stop beating your wife?
Oh my God. Someone is gonna
Yeah, so
call
we can't
CPS.
say I hope Tyler
Not
beats
CPS.
Bridget because that's
Oh goodness. Tyler, Tyler is a very wonderful, loving husband.
wonderful.
He's not beating me in anything but fantasy football.
So we just
Maybe.
have to be careful to be
Anyway,
very clear.
fantasy football's looking doom and gloom. So let's move
Sorry
on to
about
food
that.
again.
Food. All right.
Things that make us feel better.
This week's meal plan, you picked a real winner. Sarah, my wife, is probably going to be all over me to make this recipe.
You're welcome. Honestly, there was so many.
Take some work too. This one does.
I know. I'm sorry about that. I was reading through it and was like, Okay. I picked Italian sausage stuffed shells mostly because
So good.
it looks so good and so warm and comforting. And
It is.
I think it was
It's a great
cold
recipe.
and rainy-ish when I was writing this. And I'm like, I just want all the warm comfort foods. So yeah, total time, 1.5 hours to make. So, but I mean, some baking time in there.
Because you got to cook the sausage, you got to
Stuff the shells.
Stuff the shells.
I mean,
stuff the shells is the biggest.
Right.
These pastry people that just pipe stuff all day. I'm like, you guys.
I just think it'd be fun. Like, I would have fun making this with Elliot. Like, it would be a
it'd be great.
disaster. But, like, again, a lot of recipes I choose, I know I've talked about it, like, because I can cook with Elliot or, you know, it keeps him entertained. 'Cause I can't just, like, take an hour and a half to myself and be like, Tyler, watch the kids. I'm going to peacefully have a glass of wine and make dinner, you know. So I like to take a child with me in the kitchen. And so this one looks great, wonderful. I think I have it to start the week off on Monday. So, like, maybe
some
prep what you
then.
can ahead of time. And, yeah. That's my choice for this week.
My choice, love this one. It's a Thai sweet chili pork chop with a chopped salad. The salad's incredible. The Thai marinade is incredible. The pork, it all goes together so well. I made this recipe because I was like really craving some dry Riesling. And like this is just an incredible like food pairing with it. So we did like a really nice meal at home with this recipe with a great wine pairing of a dry Riesling and some fresh produce. You know, we're headed out of that time of the year, but it's just such a great recipe. Again, Thai flavors are lovely. It's got some heat to it, but it's not over the top spicy. So it's really good.
I do love Thai food, so that one was an easy addition for me, obviously.
I think you would like this. We have a really great Thai marinade at work, too, that just makes it very simple.
How have I missed that?
I don't know. It's kind of on a bottom shelf.
A pre-made Thai marinade?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody. Be right back, running to get some.
So.
Just kidding.
Let's wrap up this week's episode with
Kid Corner.
All right.
All right, guys. So last week, actually, I told you about our family costume, okay? So I don't have a photo yet because we record on Fridays. So tomorrow is Halloween, actually, when we're recording. So we have not worn our family costume, but daycare and school have parties ahead of time. So Elliot's wearing his Power Rangers costume like to sleep. He loves it, right? But Lucy, I didn't want to send her in her yellow Power Rangers costume by herself because it just like, you know, it's kind of weird. My 1.5-year-old, you know,
she'll also get stuff all over.
Yeah. Good call. I didn't even think of that. Also, she'd ruin it before Saturday. So at 5 o'clock, the day before her party was yesterday at daycare, at 5 o'clock the night before, I was like, oh my God, what do I do? She has a party tomorrow. I don't have a costume. Well, her name is Lucy. And so I was Googling. I made her Lucille Ball from I Love Lucy. And it was so cute.
She looked great.
You guys, and it was so easy. I forget who I sent a picture. I think Tyler actually like came up into the, I was doing this on our dining room table and he's like, whoa, did you make that? I'm like, yeah, I just bought a polka dot dress.
Tyler.
I mean, it looked good, but really what it was a whole bunch of hot glue. So like, yeah, if I was good, I would have sewn things, but I really just made like a little half apron and I legit hot glued everything together. But it was so cute. I even bought red like hairspray stuff to make her hair red, but I thought, I think that's going to rub off on things and the daycare teachers might not like that. So I did not dye her hair red, but it was so adorable. Love the I Love Lucy for a last minute costume. If you need a tip, guys, let me know.
Mine is about Simona's costume as well. She's a lion.
Rawr. Nick can't say it without roaring.
And so daycare's under the party, whatever, and it has like a headpiece that, you know, is the lion's mane and everything and the big ears. And
really cute.
She comes out and she's got like a scratch down the side of her face. And it's evidently because she and the headpiece had a disagreement.
Yeah.
And the headpiece won.
Yeah, it did. Because babies don't like things on their head, man.
So I don't know how much of a rawr lion she will be if she can't have her beautiful mane.
Yeah.
But
so funny.
She's so cute.
But did you see pictures?
Yeah, I just saw one.
We got a group photo and every child except my child and one other one look miserable, like just so angry. So those pictures are the best.
So Simona is bad at the like, why do you have clothes on me? I don't want to have clothes on.
Oh, good
I don't
times.
want socks. I don't want shoes. I don't want hats.
Well,
actually,
girlfriend,
she likes baseball hats.
Hey, she likes those Adidas shoes I got her.
She does. Those are, she likes to play with shoes more than wear shoes.
Yeah,
you know?
Of course.
So.
Well, it's funny. Halloween, if you don't have kids, is hilarious for children because like Lucy doesn't care and they just want to rip things off their head and, you know, so live vicariously through us and look at our pictures. We
got some great news. We have a new episode of Pinky's Up coming up this upcoming week.
Yep.
Our wine thing. And it was a great challenge.
It was.
You'll have to tune in to see if I won or lost, failed, succeeded.
Won or lost. It was a great one. Everyone knows that I love to drink cab. So the episode has something to do with finding a different kind of wine that I might like.
Tune in. Expect that on Wednesday. We'll have it out both on YouTube and on the podcast feed. in the meantime, we hope you have a great week.
Yes, happy November. Moving on to brighter days ahead and ready for the holiday season. So you can find us on YouTube. Hopefully you're watching our smiling faces. Dinner Plus Drinks podcast. Also be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah. Hit the subscribe button. Leave us a review. We appreciate it all. dinnerplusdrinks.com. Send us an email. hello@dinnerplusdrinks.com. See you soon.
Bye, guys. Have a good week.
Bye.